And then after he's detained, he was taken out of custody.
Did he say anything about why he didn't
That's
stop?
still ongoing. And this is a fluid investigation. What we do not want to do is jeopardize the integrity of this investigation at any point. Right now, our focus, the Waukesha Police Department's focus, the City of Waukesha's focus is the families, the victim, and due process, right? Because that's important.
Brett Lemoy? Is this for the chief? Okay, go ahead.
Can you just elaborate on that domestic situation? We understand that there may have been a knife involved. And did Brooks know someone in the parade?
So we have no information that Brooks knew anybody in the parade. But I will say this. We weren't able even to respond to that domestic call before it actually, so we couldn't even investigate it. So was there initial complaint of a knife being involved? Yes. Do we know if there actually was one there? We don't know, because we didn't even make it there. We ended up immediately responding to the crisis.
58? Who's this for, 58? A chief or?
There's been a lot of confusion about just how this person got through the parade. I guess questions about barricades and that kind of thing. Is there anything that's come up in your investigation that you can speak to about why that would be, how he actually got through and managed to get into this crowd?
I'll tell you this. We actually had a squad and barricades up, and he drove right through the barricades and the officers. When the officers tried to engage and stop the threat, he still continued through the crowd.
Chief, what was the distance?
We're going with Channel 4 next. Be mindful of the rules.
We really appreciate it. If you go back and spell the names of the victims you mentioned earlier, that's possible.
Just give me a moment.
All right. While we're waiting at 4, I will come back to Nikki from the Freeman. Go ahead. Who is this for?
I'm Nikki with the Freeman. I'm wondering if you can share the parade route that the vehicle traveled on and where the vehicle was left.
The parade route where the vehicle entered was in the area of Hartwell and Main Street, and the end of the parade route where the vehicle took off from was like right around Veterans Park, Main and Maple area, Main and Wisconsin Avenue. Okay, back to 4. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm going to repeat the names. And again, I apologize for getting emotional about it.
Chief, we're gonna put it on the release. I'll put the names out on the press release. We'll post that on the internet so we get all outlets. Yes, state where your agency is from and your who you'd like to speak to.
Nancy Chen from CBS News. I have a question for Chief Howard.
Chief Howard.
Chief, what did your first responders see at the parade? Many of them were there to be a part of the parade. What did they say to you?
It was just, I guess for lack of better, just carnage, likening it to a war zone. There were adults, children that were injured. Some of our first responders were there with our families. They left their families to treat people, helped with incident command, helped transport, along with many other medical personnel and people that were there. But I guess what stands out in my mind from our conversations is we do have people who have military backgrounds and likened it to a war zone.
I'll get 2 more questions. I'll go back right there. Gentlemen, with your hand up, your agency, and who would you like the question to?
ABC News, Chief Thompson, please.
Okay.
Chief, can you tell us anything about this suspect's previous record, allegations that he may have tried to run over his girlfriend in the past or some other person?
I'll tell you, our focus right now is this incident. This tragic incident is what we're focused on, and the families and victims of this incident.
Chief Thompson, Adrian brought us here from CNN.
Go ahead. For state, who would you like to speak to, Chief Thompson or Chief Howard? Okay.
Adrian brought us from CNN.
Okay.
Talk to us about those families who are grieving that you know. What memories do you have?
I'll talk about the incident itself and being there and seeing. I'll give you one. As I'm watching officers and fire personnel triaging and taking victims, putting them in ambulances and putting them in squad cars, I have a nurse who walks up to me and says, "My mother was injured. Can we get her help?" Sure enough, we helped her get her mother into a vehicle, and we escorted her, the vehicle out of the scene safely. This is for the family. I want to ask you to respect the family. This is a very tragic incident, and again, it's still fluid, so and ongoing.
We're gonna stop the questions right there. Like I said earlier, we will put a press release out here shortly, probably within the next 60 minutes. It's going to identify the links. It's going to identify some of the phone numbers that people can reach out to. At this time, we do not have a follow-up press conference at this time. Everything will be done via press releases. If there is a press conference, we will give everybody, all of our affiliates, ample amount of time to come back to City Hall. Thank you very much.
Sir, just so we're accurate on here, ages 52 to 81? Ages of the victims 52 to 81?
Yes, and we'll put their names out here shortly. Yes, my apologies.
One quick question: do we have any idea of the distance between where the call was made and when they entered the